Welcome to tutorial number 10. In this video, we will create a new view, use Translate 3D to move the part in the top view, move the geometry to set the new origin, and finally clean up the geometry. In order to bring in this part, you will need to go to www.emastercam.com/files/. Once you have done this, your part will appear as shown. The plane in which the part was created is not one of the standard planes. In order to machine the part, you will have to rotate it to match the way in which it is fixtured on the machine. In the next step, you will create the view in which the part was brought in. Select the fit icon to view the entire geometry. We will now create a new view. In this step, you will learn how to create a new view from the flat part geometry. To define a plane, you can select two intersecting lines, a 2D entity such as an arc or flat surface, or you can select 3 points. That being said, from the ribbon bar, select Planes, and then choose Planes by Geometry. Select the following two intersecting lines as shown. Your axis orientation will appear as shown. If your axis does not appear as shown, from the Select view, choose the Next button until the axes are matching. You can now select the OK button to continue. In the new view, change the name to Toolpath View and leave the other parameters. You can now select the OK button once complete. You should note that the grid shows you the new plane. Next, we will use Translate 3D to move the part in the top view. More specifically, you will use Translate 3D to rotate the part from the current toolpath view into the top view. Select Xform, Translate 3D. We will now make a window around the entire part. To make a window to select all entities inside of it, click on the upper right corner outside of the geometry and holding down the left mouse, drag it to the opposite corner. Once complete, press Enter. The Translate 3D dialog box will appear. Enable Move and change the source view to Toolpath View and the destination view to Top. Once complete, select the OK button to exit this command. Select the fit icon. In order to return the geometry back to its original color, select the clear colors icon as shown. Your geometry will appear as shown up to this point. We will now move the geometry to set a new origin. In this step, you will use Move to Origin to set the origin to the upper left corner. Select Xform, Move to Origin. Select the following endpoint as shown. Now press the fit icon. Again, select the clear colors icon to return the geometry back to its original color. We will now change the graphic view to isometric as shown. Your part will appear as shown up to this point. You will notice that the origin has moved. For Mastercam to create proper toolpaths, the geometry has to be chained. You will have to select chains of entities which consist of one or more entities linked together in order and direction. Problems such as overlapping entities, duplicate entities, and untrimmed entities can result in gouges or unmachined areas. In the next step, you will learn how to clean up the chains. In this step, you will learn how to remove duplicate entities and to trim entities to fix the geometry that has to be chained. To quick check if there are any problems in the geometry, you will have to select the chain by holding down the Shift key on your keyboard and selecting one entity of a chain. As you chain the geometry, Mastercam highlights the entities in the same color as the selected entities. If not all the entities of the chain are highlighted, that tells you that you encounter a problem in the geometry. First, change the graphic view to top as shown. Select the fit icon. To check the geometry, hold down the Shift key and select all of the chains as shown. Duplicate entities are identical entities. To remove them, you can use the Delete Duplicates command. For Mastercam to automatically remove all the duplicate entities from the current file, make sure that no entities are selected. To do this, click the Unselect All button as shown. From here, choose the Delete Duplicates icon. This message will appear on your screen. Mastercam automatically removes all the duplicate entities. Holding down the Shift key again, reselect all of the chains as shown before. You will notice that all of the geometry has now been selected. We will now analyze the chain. Specifically, in this step you will use Analyze Chain to check the chains and fix them using Trim to Entities. Select Analyze Chain. Leave the chaining dialog box set to Chain. From here, select the outside profile as shown. You will notice two arrows appear when you select the chain. You should only see one green arrow at the start of the chain. This means that the chain is not closed and that the entities at that location are not trimmed. Move the cursor close to the arrows and scroll up the mouse wheel to zoom in on the part. Press Escape to exit the chaining dialog box. We will now use Trim to Entities to fix the chain. Select Edit, Trim Break Extend. Ensure that the Trim to Entity icon is enabled. Select the following two entities in order as shown. Once complete, select the OK button to exit this command. Now, press the Fit icon to view your geometry. Your part will appear as shown. Again, we will use Analyze Chain. Reselect the following chain as shown. You will notice that the chain has been fixed. You can now check the rest of the chains. Finally, press Escape to exit Analyze Chain. You can now save the file. In the next video, I will discuss the setup sheet, how to select the machine, and how to set up the stock.